Okay, good morning to all of you. Okay, today we will discuss about the Lorentz transformation. Equations is over. Lorentz Fitzgerald contraction that I supposed to teach. Lorentz Fitzgerald contraction. Okay, start with that. The apparent length contraction. Understand the concept clearly. Lorentz Fitzgerald Lorentz Fitzgerald contraction. Apparent length contraction, this is. Apparent length contraction. First, what is the meaning of this? What do you mean by this apparent length contraction? What do you mean by this? Okay, concept meaning. All of us, we are aware of this one in our day-to-day life. For example, if you are traveling in a train, if the other train is said to be at stationary, then if your train is moving, then you are observing that train, if it is side by that of your train, it is appears to be get shortened. Contraction, it is appears. Otherwise, as you are standing in a level crossing, if you are standing in a level crossing, if the train is passing very quickly with high velocity, if the train is passing with a high velocity, if you are standing, and if you are observing the train appears as shortened. The train actually is not shortened, appears to be get contracted. That idea, it has been derived by Lorentz and Fitzgerald. Hence, it is called by the name Lorentz-Fitzgerald contraction. Is also called by the name apparent length contraction. It is also called by the name the apparent length contraction. This is apparent length contraction. Okay, yes. Now I supposed to start the derivation. Before that, it will be asked either for 5 marks or 6 marks. Usually we are asking for 5 marks question here. If we are asking for 6 marks and something else, we are asking 1 more question also. What do you mean by proper length? Derive an expression for the Lorentz-Fitzgerald contraction, apparent length contraction. Like that we are asking. Obtain an expression like that we are asking. Understand it clearly before taking up this one. Last class, whatever has been covered, still I am having that. I will show it. Using that one only, I supposed to derive. What is this? This is Lorentz transformation equation. Maybe for tomorrow's class, I require inverse Lorentz transformation equations. Inverse Lorentz transformation equation. That is also required. But today I will going to make use of Lorentz transformation equations. Today I require this. X dash is equal to x minus vt divided by square root of 1 minus v square by c square. T dash is equal to t minus vx divided by c square whole divided by root of 1 minus v square by c square. Y dash is equal to y, z dash is equal to z. All these ideas already we have discussed. I will use these concepts. In the first derivation, today's first derivation. There I will going to consider this. Okay. Understand clearly. Understand all the concept. If you are having any doubt at the end of the session, you can ask. No problem. But most probably you are not going to get any doubts. Like that, I myself will be going to discuss all the concept 2 or 3 times. Neatly, slowly that I will going to discuss, understand about the concepts. Okay. First idea. Let us consider 2 frames of references. Let me consider 2 frames of references. S is one frame, S dash is another frame. S dash is moving, S remains at rest. I will write a rough diagram, I will write it here, just to see here. This is S. Frame of reference, yes. Already wrote even in the last class also. Y-axis, X-axis, origin, Z-axis. This is a frame of reference, yes. Yes is a frame of reference, which is not at all moving, which is said to be at rest. One more frame of reference is go on moving, which is having a common x-axis. After some time interval, I can show it like this. This is said to be the another frame of reference. One more frame of reference. This is another frame of reference that I am writing. Second frame of reference. These two are parallel to each other, these two are parallel to each other, and it is having a common x-axis. S dash. This frame is S dash. This is having coordinates y dash, x dash. This is z dash. This is O. I will take this one as O dash. O dash. Okay. So whatever I have considered so far, just I will write 1 or 2 lines so that you can understand it. Okay, what is that? Let us consider, points only I will write. Let us consider 2 coordinate systems. Okay, let us consider 2 coordinate systems. Let us consider 2 coordinate systems. Which are the 2 coordinate systems? S and S dash. S and S dash. With common x-axis. They are having common x-axis, plural, x-axis, axis, singular, axis, plural, common x-axis. Okay, they are having a common x-axis. Wait, maybe a little bit blurred. Okay, it is blurred. Okay, now at least blurriness is less. Okay. Let us consider 2 coordinate systems, S and S dash with common x-axis. And I will consider S is having a coordinates, S which is having a coordinates O, comma, X, Y, Z. S dash is having a coordinate system, O dash, another one, X dash, Y dash, Z dash. They are the coordinates. Okay. And let us consider S dash is moving here. This is not a stationary frame of reference. This S dash itself is moving. S dash is moving with a velocity is equal to V. This is moving with a velocity is equal to V. This is uniform velocity, not a variable velocity. This is uniform velocity. This is having a uniform velocity. Having a uniform velocity V. Right. So I will write that concept here. Let S dash be moving with a uniform velocity V along the common x-axis. Along the common x-axis. Along the common x-axis, it is moving. Positive x direction, nothing else. So meaning along the positive x direction. Positive x direction. It is passing or it is moving along the positive x-axis or x direction. Now I will going to consider here a rod is said to be existing here. Let me consider a rod. I will write a rod here. This is a rod. An iron rod or some other rod which is existing here. Where it is existing? In frame S dash. Let us consider a person is present in S dash. If a person is present in S dash and a rod is present in S dash frame is moving, rod is also moving, the person is also moving. Don't forget. For example, if this is a bus, the bus is moving. Inside the bus, a passenger is there. Inside the bus, one rod is there. Then for that passenger, this rod length is equal to L naught. This is called by the name the proper length. This is proper length. For a stationary observer, with respect to the rod, whatever the length it has been appeared is called by the proper length. So, have I understood the concept? Just to see that I have considered a rod. I will consider a rod which is lying along the x-axis in the frame S dash. A person, an observer in frame S dash, for him it is appears as L naught. The length is equal to L naught. Now I will write the coordinates, the ends of the coordinates I suppose to write. I will write the ends of the coordinates here with respect to S dash and with respect to S. Both I suppose to write. With respect to S dash, first I will write with respect to X. S dash. Here to here, this length. Okay, this length. Here, this length. Here to here, this length. Understand it properly, this length. This one I will take it as x1 dash. This length, here to here. From here to here. This is x2 dash. x2 dash. x2 dash is the coordinate of one end. x1 dash is the coordinate of another end of the rod in frame S dash. I hope you understood. Therefore, x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to how much? L naught. That is equal to L naught. Is it clear? You see that. Understand the concept? Is it understood by you? See that. First, you understand about this. I explain this amount. Further, I supposed to take up just to see that. Okay. So, what I supposed to consider so far? What I have considered? What I supposed to consider now? So, next item. Next concept. Continuation, of course. I will show you the diagram again, of course. Okay. Let x1 dash and x2 dash be the coordinates. Be the coordinates of the ends of the rod. Ends of the rod at any instant or time, of course, at any instant. At one particular instant of time. At any instant of time. In which frame? In S dash frame. In S dash frame. Therefore, I can write x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to L naught. This is where it is in S dash frame. Similarly, with respect to S also I have to write let x1 and x2 be the coordinates of the ends of the rods. Similar idea. Ends of the rod at any instant. Same statement at any instant of time in S frame. In S frame. That I suppose to write it here. I hope you have understood about this. I suppose to show this one in the case of the diagram. Right. This is a diagram. I suppose to write the diagram in which I had to show x1 and x2. This is one end of the rod is present here. This is another end of the rod is present here. From here, I supposed to show it. From here to here, from O to this particular one end, I will select this length is equal to x1. I will select from here another end to O. This length, I will take it as x2. This is with respect to the frame, yes. This is a rod. I will show it. This is a rod. This is a rod. The cap indicating it is a rod lying along the x-axis in the frame S dash. Let us imagine a person is also present in S dash. For him, this is appears as L0. For him, L0 is equal to x2 dash minus x1 dash. Clear? Now let us consider you are standing outside this. You are standing on the earth. If you are standing on the earth, for you, this same rod whose length is equal to here is x2, here to here is x1, x2 minus x1, that is L. I have to prove it, x2 minus x1 is not equal to x2 dash minus x1 dash. They are not equal. That I supposed to derive. I have to derive and I have to show it. I supposed to show it. Okay, so in this case here, I will take up here x2 minus x1 is equal to L. This is in the frame, yes. These two are not one and the same. They are not equal to each other. This is larger, this is smaller. This is larger, this is smaller. A moving rod in the a person who is remains on the earth's surface, for him a moving rod appears to be get shortened. That is a meaning. This is a moving rod. A person who is also moving along with the rod, for him it is appears as L. A person who is not moving and the rod is moving, for him it is appears as L. That is in frame yes, this is in frame yes. Clear, understood about this concept? Okay, this is capital L means length of the rod, with respect to or relative to yes. That's why I have written in yes, relative to yes. Length of the rod relative to yes. Okay, one concept is. Now I will going to make use of Lorentz transformation equations. Now from Lorentz transformation equations. What we are going to get? I had to use the Lorentz transformation equations. I have already shown it now. Last class concept, whatever it has been covered. This is the Lorentz transformation equation. We are supposed to use these Lorentz transformation equations for the further derivation, for the further concept. Now I want to write x dash is equal to how much? Here x dash is there, but here x1 dash, x2 dash is there. So first I will going to consider x2 dash. How to write x2 dash? And I suppose to write x1 dash. X1 dash also I suppose to write. Using Lorentz transformation equation. This is Lorentz transformation equation. Okay, I will keep it like this. At least you tell me the answer. This is Lorentz transformation equation. Apply this Lorentz transformation equation here. You tell me. If x dash is there, x minus will be. If x2 dash is there, I had to write here. What I had to write? X2. See that? Minus x2 dash, x2 minus Vt divided by square root of, this is not changing, 1 minus v square divided by 6 under the whole square root. X1 dash is equal to how much? X1 dash is equal to here. Okay, if I'm writing like this, if I'm writing x1 minus Vt divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. Okay, this is using the Lorentz transformation equation. Have I understood? You see that? See that quickly. Okay, from Lorentz transformation equation, x2 dash is equal to x2 minus Vt divided by 1 minus V square by C square. Okay, here. Now I will going to subtract this minus this. I supposed to subtract x2 dash minus x1 dash. Just I will make the subtraction here. x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to this minus this. Okay, that can be written as x2 minus Vt divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square whole thing under the square root minus x1 minus Vt divided by whole square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. Now I will take the common factor here, then I will going to do the subtraction. x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to, which is the common factor? 1 minus this one, 1 divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. That is common factor. I will take it outside. Remaining thing, x2 minus Vt, x2 minus Vt minus of x1 minus Vt. This is minus sign, minus into plus, minus into minus. I supposed to do it. This much. Okay. Next step. Immediately the next step. What is the next step? Next step, like this. What is the other step? Okay. Here, x2 dash minus x1 dash, x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to, same thing, 1 divided by root of 1 minus V square divided by C square, x2 minus Vt minus into plus minus x1 minus into minus plus. Now Vt get cancelled. Remaining thing, x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to 1 divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. Whole thing multiplied by x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1. But we are already aware of this. What is that? x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to L0. This is called by the name of the proper length. x2 minus x1 is equal to L. This is called by the name of the relative length. This is a relative length. This is proper length. This is relative length. Relative length is x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1 is relative length. So this value is equal to L. This value is equal to L0. L0. I will do the substitution here. L0 is equal to 1 divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square multiplied by this here. Otherwise we can write L is equal to how much? L is equal to cross multiplication L naught. L is equal to L naught into square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. This is the derivation concept. L equals L naught into square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square, where L is the relative length. This is the relative length of the rod. This is called by the name proper length. Proper length. V is the velocity of the frame of reference. Velocity of the rod, of course. Velocity of the rod or velocity of the frame of reference. C is the velocity of light in air or vacuum medium. We have to solve the problems also here. Therefore, since V is more and more here now, L is go on decreasing. As V increases, as V increases, this implies L is go on decreasing. As V is larger and larger, L is go on smaller and smaller. As V increases, L is go on decreases. But length, this is called by the name the length contraction. Length is going to get decreased. Length decreased. Called by the name the length contraction. But I will not going to consider if a rod is present, the length appears to be get shorter. But we are not going to consider the thickness. Thickness is not going to be get changed. This is not going to be get changed. But this is only the thing is, because we have chosen x2 dash minus x1 dash, x2 minus x1, like that we have chosen. And along the x-axis only we have chosen. We have derived the equation along the x-axis, therefore only the length is going to be get contracted. The length is going to be get contracted. Not the lateral way. It is only along the lengthwise. Lengthwise is going to be get contracted. Then we can ask even one more question also here. What do you mean by proper length? They can ask. Proper length means this is L naught. L naught is the proper length in a frame of reference which is moving and the observer is also moving along with the rod. So it is the length of the rod. It is the length of the rod when it is at rest with respect to an observer. Observer is moving, meaning observer is moving. Observer is moving. So for example, this rod is moving. Along with the rod, observer is also moving. I told you already, a bus is moving. A bus is moving. Uniform velocity, don't forget. A bus is moving at a uniform velocity, not variable velocity. Variable velocity I have not considered. The bus is moving at a uniform velocity. Inside the bus, there is a rod. The same inside the bus, there is a passenger. For that passenger, that rod length is said to be L. Same rod, if you are standing outside the bus and if you are observing, that is equal to L. So therefore, a person who is on the earth surface and a rod, if it is moving in a frame of reference, for him it is appears to be getting shorter. That is the meaning of this particular type. That is the meaning. Okay, so whatever I have written so far, I will show it again. Just to go through that. Okay, this is a Lorentz transformation equation that we require. This is a Lorentz transformation equation that we require. Tomorrow's class that I require inverse Lorentz transformation equation. We have to learn all the concepts. Okay, for 5 marks question that we are asking. Okay, just I will show it whatever I have written so far. Just I will show it just to see that. This is a 5 marks question. This is a 5 marks question. See that, understand it. Another 2-3 minutes. Just we have to read it. Go through all this concept. The diagram you have to write. I have chosen 2 frames of references, S and S dash, where S dash is a frame of reference which is moving. When the time interval is equal to 0, S and S dash, they are coincides. So if you want, I will write that also. When the time is equal to 0, S and S dash coincides. They coincides. S and S dash, they are coinciding when the time is equal to 0. As the time is elapses here, S dash is go on moving. S dash is go on moving here. Okay, and if a rod is present lying along the x-axis here, if a rod is lying along the x-axis whose coordinates are, this is x2 dash, this is x1 dash in S dash, this is x2, and this is x2, and this is x1, this is x2, this is x1, x2, x1, with respect to O here, means with respect to S. From O dash, if I am considering x1 dash, x2 dash, with respect to S dash. x2 dash minus x1 dash is L naught. x2 minus x1 is L. That I have to choose. That one only I have shown it. Notes I will send it afterwards. But this itself is a notes. Almost I have written the whole thing. Except one or two extra lines. And this itself is a notes, no problem. You can write for your examination this itself. This itself, enough. Now we may ask that question also for one more question. What is that one more question? Define proper length. What do you mean by proper length? Okay, that we can ask. So understand about this also.